thought I was the second speaker.
First speaker dropped out.
Thank you, Toastmasters, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Okay, quick show of hands. Who here has a bucket list? Okay, everyone. Awesome. I don't know who named this, but this is a list of things you want to do before you kick the bucket, right? Now, my list has the usual stuff like travel and spending time with loved ones, personal growth, like improving my vocal variety. Now, this list became all too real for me whenever I first was diagnosed with cancer. Now, I was told it was stage 3. And at that moment in my early 20s, is the light on? Okay. The timer's going.
Yeah,
okay.
It's going, right?
At that time in my early 20s, I really didn't know what that meant. I asked the doctors and no one could really give me a straight answer with reason, because the type of cancer that I was diagnosed with was actually mostly seen in older men. So I was the outlier. Now, days passed of me going down the Google rabbit hole, searching and searching for answers of what I could do, what were my chances of actually being here for the long haul. Now, in between, somewhere with all that fear, I instead asked myself, what have I always wanted to do? And top of my list was skydiving. I know, cliche, but I knew that I did not want to leave this earth without knowing what that experience felt like. So I booked it, because nothing says processing a cancer diagnosis like jumping out of a plane, right? Now, calling to book it, that was the easy part. The flight up the sky, actually knowing that you're about to jump off a plane, that was a different story. So that day, I'm there, we're putting the harness on, we're tightening everything, they're checking my vest measurements, and I start talking myself into doing this. I'm like, this is fun, this is great, just like when I'm up here. This is fun, this is great, I'm having fun. Now, we're going up the sky, 10,000 feet, 11,000 feet, 12,000 feet. With every 1,000 feet higher, my heart is beating faster and faster. And then the door opens. One of the person that was flying up with us flies out. And you hear, ah, he's gone. Second person flies out. Oh my goodness, now it's my turn. Panic starts to hit. I start telling myself, what if I just ride down with the rest of them? I made it up here, this ride was fun, it was worth money, right? So the instructor who's tethered behind me, we start stepping off, and the door is open. There's so much wind in my face. It's so loud. I can't even hear the instructor. What he's telling me, he starts asking me, are you ready? And before I could talk myself out of it, I reluctantly nod and we jump. I try to scream and nothing comes out. There's so much wind in your face. But the crazy part was that in that moment, there was no fear. There was no stress. I actually felt free. I let out a woo! And finally, the parachute opens. As I'm looking around, just peace. There's peace in my heart. All the stress, everything that I was worried about just disappears. And I started thinking, I'm glad I did this. I almost talked myself out of this. And we're drifting down towards the clouds. The 5 minutes felt like forever in a great way, down to the earth. And I think, how amazing it is that I'm just alive right now. And just the fact that I almost talked myself out of it brought me back. How many times do we want to stay on the plane? How many times do we not want to jump? And the thing is, it's not about the actual jump itself. It's about stepping out of what feels safe. The plane, it's comfortable because, I mean, it's cramped, it's loud, but it's predictable. Now, when things are predictable and we stay in our comfort zone, it might feel like, or it might be like the conversation that we don't want to have that we know we need to have. It might feel like the dream that we're so afraid to chase, but we know we need to chase. Those risks that we need to take. So whatever your version of 13,000 feet is, just jump. Thank you.